attempting to use a mic. Y'all see my shirt sagging here. Let's see if can you guys hear us? We are coming to you guys live from Shinjuku, Tokyo, Japan, and I'm here with Brinson of God Chasers Entertainment, right? If you guys follow us on Instagram at THEBLACKEXJP, that's the Black EXJP, you'll see the videos and the pictures from the family event. That's where I met Brinson, right? So he's gonna share his story with us. Ah, look, my wife. she's in the chat.
She said, "Look at that."
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
So Jay, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Jay? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear us. All right. So let's see if she can hear us good. If the quality is good. But yeah, if you guys want to know, how I met him, go and check out our Instagram. You see the pictures from family, our free event in Tokyo. Okay, she can hear us. Cool. All right, so Brinson, give them a lowdown, who you are, what you've done, etc.
Just everything.
Yeah, just who are you, right?
I'm a hip hop artist from America, Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. What's happening? That's the South. For y'all don't know, that's the Southern Hemisphere. It's where we controlling hip hop for the last few decades now.
Okay.
About me, I run God Chasers Entertainment. It's a record label. I started in 2006.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And since then, we put out about 80 projects with 5 artists on the label. I had other artists, Ready Rider, C Straight, Oatmeal, Nazarite, and myself. We've just been traveling around the globe. So Germany, Amsterdam, Czech Republic, all these places. Been going around doing our thing. I've been to school for music business. That was my major. We put out a film, God Chases, the documentary, around this year, actually, this year, but before then, we was in the film festival circuit, and we got 64 film festival awards for our documentary, and it's really about how the label started and what has been done through the label and the people we've reached so far with hip hop and all of that.
Okay, so I want you to tell us about why Japan, why did you come? For those of you guys who just are just joining us right now, I'm actually having some waffles and ice cream. We're in a cafe.
And I'm having a melon drink.
Right. So Brinson reached out to me to attend our free family event, right? So I'm like, yeah, come on in. So he RSVP'd, and then I saw that he was a rapper. So I'm like, yo, do you want to perform? So he came, blew the house up, right? Mighty testimony as well. So we connected after that. I'm like, yo, I need to meet you in person and just, we can just have a chat. So that's what's happening today. So we decided to do a live stream so he can share his story and you guys can learn about his story as well, right? And make history. I'm trying to rhyme a little bit.
It is history. I mean, from somebody who, apparently just watched BJ, Black Experience in Japan. I've been watching it maybe 5-6 years strong.
Wow.
From watching to being featured on it, man, it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So I just enjoy watching the stories that you interview people and tell, and just seeing myself as a black man in other people and seeing their experiences. It's really encouraging. Actually, watching your channel helped me to make that jump. Okay, I really do want to go to Japan and experience it because it's other people there who look like me. So shout out to you for that. And I'm sure other people had the same experience, knowing that you can go somewhere and don't have the same experiences that you have in America. You're just in a different country because the culture is different. It's really inviting for people who look like us. So that's pretty dope. So why did I choose Japan?
Is this your first time coming here or no?
This is my second time coming. I was here.
Tell us about your first trip.
2019, so before COVID, when Japan was at the height of being Japan, well, the world was at the height of being the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, before it shut down. First trip, it was really dope, man. I came by myself, just solo trip. Um, did the touristy thing. Uh, got to perform at a spot here. Um, shout out to New Hope, Tokyo. That's where I performed at, and it was just really dope. And when I left, I gotta go back by not just go back. You need to find a resident go back vibe. You know what I'm saying? So during the pandemic, I already had planned to come back the very next year, but then the pandemic hit. So
But what was it? What was it? What was it about Japan? I must have been dry. Forgive me. What was it about Japan that made you want to come back? The vibe you felt. What was it about the country that gave you that feeling?
the treatment, just what I felt over here. I mean, I felt more free to be here than I did in America. I felt people just was way more kind, and they was, they minded their own business. Just, people have places to go, things to do here. I mean, just talking to talking to people who live here and how their work culture is, and how serious they all are about their business. It's just really good to see. It's not a lot of drama, and if it is, they hide it very well.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, the second trip, this trip.
This
What
trip.
brought you here this time? Yeah.
Vacation, performing, because I know I was going to perform. I knew it before I came, so performance, and really wanting to scope out the land and do some other ventures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how has it been so far in Japan? The few days you've been here.
Oh, it's cool. I mean, it's been really dope. It's a lot of walking. So if you're not in walking shape, you better hit a track super quick because it's non-stop walking. You know what I'm saying? It's hot, bro. Like I'm a Florida boy, but the heat now, I wasn't ready for it. So
Okay, so tell us about your music journey in America. Your music journey.
music journey.
Yeah, becoming an artist, and what has that been like?
Man, I've been rapping since I was 4.
Okay.
My mom got me this cassette by this guy named Stephen Wilder. A lot of people don't know who this dude is, but he's a Christian rapper, and she got me this guy's song. So I memorized it when I was 4 and started rapping it.
4.
Yeah,
Wow.
and was rapping it in churches and stuff like that, and caught on.
At 4?
At 4.
Okay.
At
All right.
4. Yeah. So I was in it early, and then high school I wasn't rapping Christian anymore, and went to college for music business at this place called Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. It's probably the best music business school in America. People will say it's Berkeley, but it's not. It's Belmont. And then I had a encounter with God.
Yeah,
bro.
share that. I want you to share that.
Yeah.
Because so when we did the event, family, Brinson shared his testimony, right? So you're gonna see how he transitioned from a secular, what we call secular hip hop, or hip hop that you guys know,
Just
to what he's
regular
doing
hip hop.
now.
Yeah,
Regular
yeah,
hip hop
yeah.
to Christian hip hop.
The stuff they used to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So tell us about that experience that you had at college. In college.
Well, I was asleep, and I lived off campus, when I was in college, because I was in school full time, working full time, going to clubs, battle rapping
Full time.
full time, going to strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, making anthems, all that stuff, and I was asleep, and I just felt something hit me. And I got up and I seen smoke coming out the ground. And I thought one or two things, me growing up and having a church background, I knew about the rapture. You know what I'm saying? Like those Left Behind. You ever seen Left
The series,
Behind?
yeah.
Those things, you know. So I'm seeing smoke coming out the ground, and I'm like, oh shoot. Either one or two things is happening. Either that Left Behind thing is happening, or my apartment on fire. So then, when I was up, my feet started burning. So I was like, okay, this apartment on fire. And then I prayed, and I was like, well, God, I don't want to die in this apartment,
Yeah.
you know, in a fire. And I was like, if you get me out of this, I'll give my life to you. And so, clear as day, I heard his voice that said, put on your clothes, get your wallet, because it got all your identification in it or whatever, but get your wallet and walk out. And then after I heard the voice, I just heard people screaming and banging on the walls. Boom, boom, get out, get out. Well, it's on fire, everybody get out, you know. And so I got dressed, got my wallet and everything, and I opened the door and I seen white, black, and gray smoke just rush in my face. And it was so crazy because I didn't run, I just walked out because I figured if the fire was at the front where the steps at, because my apartment was in the back. If it was in the front, I wasn't gonna make it.
Okay.
You know, so it didn't matter where the fire was. I heard just walk. So I just walked through all of the smoke that I seen, and then I got out. And then I called my dad, who was back in Jacksonville, and he was just like, son, I think it's time for you to come home. But I didn't really hear him saying it. I felt that was the Lord saying, okay, you did your thing. Now come home and do this for me. And so I moved back to Jacksonville. I just stopped listening to the music, stopped watching TV. I just went into this cocoon, you know, just to learn more about the Lord. And then I, you know, got involved in the church and the ministry, and I just wanted to preach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you first rededicate your life or whatever, and you just get excited about, okay, God kept his end of the bargain. I need to keep mine. You know what I'm saying? So started just doing just everything in the church, driving the church bus, picking people up, you know, and then I got ordained in about 2003. So
Okay.
20 years as a minister.
Wow.
This year, which is crazy. And then maybe around 2005, I felt the Lord was like, I didn't send you to learn about music business. Now pick it up and do it for me. You know, so 2006 started God Chasers, and since then I've just been grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came up listening to like No Limit, Cash Money, and all them boys was just putting out mixtapes like every week. You know what I'm saying? So I just took that mindset and I was like, I just gotta flood the streets with, you know, this music. So me and my homeboy Ready Writer, we was in the studio every day for maybe like 2 years straight.
Wow.
I was on production. Like, I didn't start out rapping, I was just making beats.
Okay.
So I would send him a beat, he'll send me a song an hour later, which was unheard of. So the first year we opened up the label, we put out maybe like 8 albums. The year after that, another 8 albums. And then I made my solo project, and it was just something about it. It just got all this attention, you know. So then started touring, and I used everything I learned in music business school, you know, for this label, like with marketing, promotion, publishing, how to do internet promotion, TV promotions. Just I used it all to to push this music and the message. You know what I'm saying? So for now, I'm on like my 12th. I'm working on my 12th solo album. You know what I'm saying? So since then, since I've been to Japan the first time and rapped at New Hope Tokyo, like the attention and the fanfare, all of that just went up, you know, being in this country. So I think it's a hunger for what I'm doing in this country, you know what I'm saying? So I want to do more of it and tell the gospel message and the story and just let people know that there's an alternative to the music you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to talk about the safety of music and the power of music, but it got power in it. And you know, when I was coming up and teenager and all that, I used to just listen to a lot of fight music, as Eminem would say, and go to school and carry that out. You know what I'm saying? But you know, God Chasers, I was like, I need to make music to encourage people to chase God. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I think it's important that, you know, everybody want to have representation where I want that same energy when I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't hating on nobody or anything like that. I'm just trying to spread the message and love on people and bring joy and encouragement everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so tell me about two things. Well, the first one is in Japan. Like, how powerful do you think hip hop is in Japan? Like, do you think there's a demographic or an audience for it here? What do you think about that?
Everybody who I talk to, who know what I do, tell me the same thing. The culture wants it. Everywhere I go, I see somebody dressed like somebody from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like I go in the stores, I hear the music. Like I hear cars pass by, I hear the music. So it's ripe for hip hop music, you know. And I think they'll receive the message if they understand what it's saying, you know, because the music, I think you can't compromise quality for message. So I want to make sure the message is high quality. Just like, you know, if you put in NBA YoungBoy and hear the quality of his music, and then you put in a Brinson project, and if the quality to go down, ain't nobody listening. I believe the quality I gotta be neck and neck with YoungBoy or above him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's important, and people know, and their ears are trained for certain music. So you got to make what they listening to beat wise, but just change the word around. And give them the word.
So you think if someone comes to Japan, like an hip hop artist, right, and they do their thing, they can find an audience here and actually, you know, make a living and build?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to do your research. Like I think they have to find out who's doing what events are here, and do connecting, see what's a good fit. Like I don't think somebody should just jump on a plane and just pop up here like, hey, I rap. Nobody's gonna care. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know people. It's all about the music industry. If you look at it historically, it's all about connections. It's all about who you know. You gotta build connections, not as a user, but you make sure you bring something to the table. You do bartering, maybe reach out to a ton of these Japanese companies and tell them about your music, and maybe they can use your music, put it in something, and if they have an event, you can put in your deal, I want to be a part of like something live, so I can get the music, so you guys can use my music. It's all sorts of ways to do business with music. I mean, I recently, my music is in AEW, the new wrestling video game.
Okay.
So I mean, leverage that. If you have your music in movies or anything like that, it's always ways to leverage music, because everybody does music. Everybody don't know how to do business.
Ah.
You know, so you have to be wise in your dealings, even with doing music business and getting the message out here. I mean, it's a plethora of things. There's festivals out here, there's radio stations out here. I think people, artists, a lot of artists are lazy, and a lot of artists don't do the work. I think if you do the work of building bridges, relationships, finding out what DJ here is doing what company here is listening and putting hip hop in their advertisements, what festivals are going on. I think if artists really want this Japan experience and they do the groundwork and legwork and what it takes to promote here and expose their music, and they can be successful.
And you know what? You studied music business in university, right? And you just gave some insights. And I wanted to delve a little bit deeper into that aspect of things. Like for instance, even America. Can you give us maybe some tips in relations to the music industry in America that people might not know? Like for instance, an artist is watching right now, right? He wants to do music, but he has no idea the business side of it. Can you like give us a little peek inside of it? Common misconceptions, perhaps.
That's such a broad question. No, it really is. Common misconception is you can just make music and people are here.
Okay.
I think artists have to learn how to build relationships and promote
Okay.
and market, and it takes money to market. And even though we're in a TikTok, Spotify generation, certain things haven't moved. Live performances haven't went anywhere.
Okay.
People are so used to just being behind the keyboard that they lost the sense of doing a live show. So if they get an opportunity, their live shows aren't great. Like, I think artists need to learn how to practice doing live shows again, because we back outside. And if you've been inside and don't know how to perform, it's going to show. Your music might be good to the listener, but if they come see you live and you just standing there and you just mumbling, not mumble rap, but just mumbling, and you don't know how to hold a microphone correctly, it's going to show. And I think being a professionalism goes far. Because you're going to be dealing with people and making relationships, and if you don't know how to be professional in dealings with people, not your music, but dealings with people, that goes far. In what I do, I think valuing people is overlooked. I think you have to value people not as just listeners or fans. You got to value people for being people. So I think artists really have to learn how to value people, because without people, you don't get streams, you don't get any of this other stuff. So, what I do, I tell myself, when you go somewhere, you just love on people and they'll love you back. Treat people with kindness. If you have a concert, you make sure you talk to them. Like, I think that's so overlooked. When you get a comment on your page about your music, respond back to them people and thank them. Like, I think being a human is overlooked as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way you can have 5 comments on your YouTube without responding and thanking people for being there, because they didn't have to be there. It's all these videos, all these artists out, treat people right. So I think that's overlooked.
What about like a way to like make money? I guess people might look at it like, well, you just performances, you go to a show, you can make money that way. Maybe streams, you can make money that way. But are there any other ways where in which an artist can make money that they don't know about?
Yeah, having your own website.
Okay.
Like, if you put your artistry dreams in the hands of Spotify, in the hands of Apple, and God forbid Spotify say we don't want to spot anymore and close up, then where all your music at? if Steve Jobs been like, let's cut the lights out on Apple.
Well, not Steve
Tom
Jobs.
Cook.
Yeah.
Who is Tom Cook? If
Yeah.
if Cook be like, cut the lights off, we done. Let's wrap this Apple Music up. Then what? I think artists have to take their music and their talents back into control. Have your own website where people can download your stuff and stream your stuff, and you get direct. When they purchase it, it comes directly to you, and Tom Cook don't get a piece of it because, no, for real, because this is how the game goes. You load your music up and say you have 1,000 downloads, right, on Apple. You have to wait 3 months to get paid, and Apple is going to take 30%
Oh wow.
of what you made. You having your own website, you don't have to wait to get paid, and nobody's sharing any profits with you. So I think artists, and the thing is, people are like, well, Spotify the biggest platform. Okay, great. Oh well, Apple is the biggest platform. Okay, you're the one in control of where you direct people. Anytime I drop an album, I'll drop an album on my site first, and Apple is going to get the album maybe like 3 months afterward, because my fans know to come to the site, and when they do it, I'm always sending out extra stuff. They getting all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you have to develop a culture where people can value tangibles again. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's download stuff, they're getting extra. You know,
Like NFTs, for instance.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
What about the record label aspect? Because you own a record label, right?
Yes, I do.
So people talk about record label usually in a bad light, like, okay, well, they use you, they milk you and stuff like that. Like, what's your perspective being a record label owner as well as an artist? Can you shed any light on just some misconception concerning that? Or would you advise someone to sign or to go solo?
I think it depends, right? I think it's a few sides of the spectrum, because you got to look at a label as the system, right? And look at the artist as the person developing the art.
Okay.
So if you don't have both things happening at once, it's going to fail.
Okay.
You can have a system with no artist and nobody selling anything. You can be an artist with no system and you never being heard. I mean, how many great artists have you heard of, or that you know personally? Like, man, they would have blew up if anybody heard them.
True.
They would be heard if they had a system. So it's good and bad with both things. I think on a base, it's all on base to base thing. Like, what does the contract say? Do you know if there's a contract? Do you know a lawyer to hire? Like, the game's so easy now. You got Chat GPT. If you get a contract, Chat GPT can break down a contract, for a 2-year-old.
Wow.
You know, and it's we got to utilize our technology. So, what I advise people to sign a label if the deal is right. Yeah, if some people have been doing this so long, they're at their last wits. So if all you want to do is be an artist and there is an opportunity for you to live off of, and that's the thing you want, then take the deal. Fulfill your contract obligations, because on your own, if you're at a certain point and you haven't made any traction, you got to do something different.
Okay.
So, and you could do it on your own, but it takes a system. If you're not one of those disciplined people who's consistent, who can follow up, then that ain't you.
Okay.
I think one last thing I'll say before you go to your next question is people should, if they don't want to do their own website and all that, they utilize something like Bandcamp. That's way better than Apple TV. Apple, Spotify, all of that.
Okay, cool. All right, so good info, because I think I'm interested in this, so I think that's why I'm asking these questions. because I've heard stuff from people, but I don't know the inside, like because I'm an outsider.
Yeah.
I'm looking in. Okay, cool. So let's see, you're in Japan. Talk about. Wait, did you do uh, rap like hip hop songs prior to being a Christian, or
Yes, I did.
like okay? So what's
I
the
did.
difference between the audience, the reception, the feedback, etc. Comparing like secular hip hop or regular hip hop
Right.
versus Christian hip hop? Like, what's the difference?
It's a big difference. The difference is one, I was just trying to get money and trying to be popular. Um, the response was good. I mean, I was good at what I did. I was even then I would do things. I would make my own shows. I would fly people in for these concerts or would do all these things. And people liked it, they enjoyed it. I mean, I had a following, and the difference is now I can sleep better at night. I know that I'm helping people. I know that there's a dad out there who is trying to live his life right, and now he can listen to music with his kids that he ain't gotta explain to them later, like what does WAP mean? You know what I'm saying? Just it's a safety in knowing that you can hear somebody talking about their belief that you with, and your kids can listen to it, and y'all can share dialogue.
And you're a fan of hip hop as well,
And
right?
you're you know what I'm saying? And the beats are still banging, and you still hearing rhymes, and you like, oh, I just got that. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're still getting the same feeling with no drop of quality. You know what I'm saying? So the response is being really good, and I mean it's taken me around the world. It's been my main source of income. God has really blessed me with this, provided. I've met so many great people in this space that I got real dope lifetime relationships with. Like, man, it's just the emails I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like, yo, before I heard you, I was in a show in Cincinnati, and this lady drove 6 hours to see the concert, and she told me, she said, I was about to kill myself, and your song came on, and I stopped.
Wow.
And got my life right with God. And then when I heard you was going to be in Cincinnati, I drove out to see you to tell you how the music affected my life. Like, I get stuff like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? I know music has such a impact and an influence on people, and I mean I think it's time that we know it's other stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to hate on what anybody else do. I just got to do what I do and let the people hear it, and let their life speak to the effect of the music. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. So, guys, any questions? If you want to ask Brinson any questions, just drop them in the comment section down below. You can also tell them about the documentary as well.
Oh yeah.
So you guys can find. Oh, Early's leaving. You guys can find
Peace,
the
Earl.
link. The link in the description, right, to his YouTube channel. You see the documentary. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, talk about that, and then.
Oh yeah, it's God Chases documentary. It's really about how God Chases was formulated, the backstory of me, the other artists on it. It's a really dope thing. You know what I'm saying? It's really it's what happens when hip hop and faith intersect. You know, with 5 black men, and just our backstory and how God radically changed us to go affect the world. You know what I'm saying? Not just the community, but the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a brag on God. Like, I'm a nobody, right? But I'm always on the plane telling somebody else about what God did for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of hip hop artists would trade their careers to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So where can they watch it? Like.
Where I prefer people to watch it is
But tell them everywhere, so where it's available.
okay.
Yeah.
God Chases Doc That's preference. It's on Apple TV, and it's on some other places. It's not on Amazon yet. Um,
Netflix, Hulu, maybe Hulu.
Hulu, I think, is at the end of the year.
Okay.
Cause yeah, we got a distribution deal, and for the film, so they're working to get on more channels. But the biggest one now is Apple TV.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about so guys, if you have any questions, just shoot them in the hey, what's up, James? Yeah, I'm live. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, let us know in the comment section down below. I know it's really late for some of you guys, but I felt like this would be a good way to do the interview, so we can actually do a back and forth, like a live thing, right?
Word.
So wait, question. Okay, so you're talking about just how God has provided,
Right.
right? Through doing what you're doing. So can you talk about that? Only way you can divulge like how God has moved to provide for you and your family through your gifted.
So you're asking me the different streams of
No,
income from music?
No, not exactly. No. You said like for instance, right? Like some other artists would trade places, like maybe a
Yeah,
secular
yeah,
artist,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
in what ways that you can disclose or divulge with the people you think has God moved in their life? In what capacity? Like for instance, I have this documentary that's we have a distribution deal for this.
Yeah.
I have a record label, so I'm doing this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So not necessarily streams of income, but just general ways.
Just general
in a way-
things that God has
Yeah,
done.
how He has transformed your life since you said yes.
Oh man, so I've had
Music-wise, yeah.
I have had 3 record deals, 1 distribution deal. I had a exclusive deal with Best Buy for my music, which
Oh,
is
wow.
crazy. That was the first deal that I
Okay.
had, dude. So I had a deal with Best Buy, and they exclusively distributed my second album on all the Best Buys, and then right after that, I got a worldwide distribution deal, which was crazy.
Okay.
Because it's like it's no big names on my albums, and they was like, no, but we see how you market and promote
Okay.
and know that you're on your business tip. You know what I'm saying? So those deals, I won so many music awards. Like it's crazy, man. Like when I think about just the thing, like I've been on ESPN, BET, MTV. Like I told you before, the AEW wrestling thing, like that was a dream come true for me. AEW first TV, and then the pay-per-views. Like for those who don't know, AEW is a wrestling promotion like WWE, and then I'm on their video game that just came out like a few weeks ago, which
Okay.
is nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're a big fan, right?
I'm a big fan.
Super fan.
I'm a big wrestling fan. Like I'm
Yeah.
at New Japan Wrestling last night. So yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan. And so that's just a little bit, and then all the places that I've been, Alaska and performing in front of like 70,000 people,
Wow.
like just those types of things. Like I wasn't getting that when I wasn't rapping for the Lord.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's, for you specifically, it's obedience. And I think for everyone else, it's like if God says something and you obey, then there's a certain thing that follows it.
Right. I mean, I think a lot of us not obedient to God about a lot of things, and if we do tell Him yes, we'll see the good. But a lot of us, I can say a lot of us because I've done it. You know what I'm saying? When we know to do right, we always worried about what people gonna say.
Consequences.
Yeah, what are they gonna say? They gonna say something anyway. You might as well do what's right. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like people gonna talk. You just let them talk and let them see. Because if I listen to people, I wouldn't be in the places I am because they're like, oh, maybe you should stop. Well, you wasn't the one who told me to do it. So I'm listening to you to stop. You know what I'm saying?
And as you said, like the person, they never died for you, right? Which
They
I think
ain't
was
died for
very,
me.
I think
They ain't
that was
died-
a very powerful and
They ain't died
profound
for me.
statement, right? My wife is asking for you to drop a few bars. She's like, if you guys aren't in a cafe, but we are. I think we're alone actually. So maybe, I don't know if
She
you want to.
said, I know you're in the cafe, but can Brinson drop a few bars?
You can whisper rap, whisper rap.
She want me to whisper out. Wow.
Well, no, I don't see any questions. Is there anything else? Maybe you want to share something. I don't know if you want to share anything specific. We have like just a few people watching, but still, if you want to share anything specific you want to touch on.
Let me shout out you for a second.
Yeah. Okay.
You had a person that interviewed Aisha Raymond, wrestler. So when I was here, I seen her wrestle. Shout out to the Amazon. I did her theme music.
Okay.
Like she got like, I don't know if you keep up with her. She got 4 belts all over Europe. So she a Triple Crown champion. So from your channel, meeting her, and I did her theme music. Yeah. So that was.
I just remembered. You did send me a message back then.
I did.
You did, because no, that's why you're talking. I'm like, wait, something is coming back to my mind. So you reached out, and I think you said you went to a show. I remember vaguely that message. So it was coming to my. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I remember you messaged me before, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you didn't respond to me, but it's okay.
I never responded. No. Really? No, I'll check, bro. I think I did. I'm bad with communication, though. I gotta admit that much.
It's all good.
But I think. Okay, my wife is better. She's the one that she's like, oh, have you responded to this?
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Right, but okay. All right, so do you want to drop a few bars right now? Like, what do you want to do?
Let me see.
Like a little taste, and then we can just conclude.
You said a little what?
Little taste, and then we can conclude.
The taste is to go on the website and listen. But let's see what we got.
Yeah, maybe you could do that actually. So if someone will, because I think the curiosity will help them, propel them to actually listen. So look, if you guys want to listen to a song or get a feel for like, what he's done and all these things, go to the website, right? Is that the best place, or your YouTube channel?
Go to YouTube.
Okay.
So check this out. If you think it's trash, say it. But if you think it's dope, say it.
True.
Yeah. No, not just say it. Show somebody else, but like, it's dope. Check this out. You know what I'm saying?
So description, God Chasers Cinema, and also on Instagram it's God Chasers with a Z. Right to the end, right? So
if it don't have a Z, you won't find me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I think that's it. You guys ain't got no questions? Not even one question, y'all? I think most people are watching from Japan, maybe. Wait, let's see. We got, I think America was one, some American people there. I think this person lives in China, maybe? Probably. Anybody else?
Okay, here we go. What's your wife name, Jen?
Janique.
Janique.
Yeah.
Hand me a shovel. I'm killing this beat, gotta bury this beat. I feel for the rappers who represent God and they come after me. It's going to get darker, the evil time coming, it's going to get bleak. I gave y'all some weapons, my CDs are weapons for some of the sheep. Dog, look in my eyes, I was making that Duval. Dog, when they get that money flash on y'all, dog, hands up, move that money like a U-Haul. Dog, if not, grandma gonna be burying y'all. Dog, got my faith in that J, ain't talking no laces, no shoes, straight your speech like I came with them braces. Deflate your ego, but I ain't talking about Belichick. I work for the Lord so you could say I'm cashing a better check. Check my track record for years, you can see that I have been killing it. With God on my side, driving, who else you rather see steering this? If you ain't talking about Jesus, Dalton, I'm really not feeling it. I'm about that gospel, so don't you expect a lot of guest appearances. Gone. There we go.
There you have it.
There we have it. Bars. Bars and more bars.
Bars in a cafe.
Bars in a cafe.
All right.
Shout out to my homeboy Otis, Grace and Peace Records. Make sure you check out Grace and Peace compilation. You know what I'm saying?
He's behind the camera.
He's behind the camera.
Behind the camera, y'all. All right. So yeah. So guys, there you have it. Right. The links will be in the descriptions down below. YouTube, Instagram, the website as well. Go check it out. This was an impromptu interview, but here, hey, what's good?
We in Japan. We out here in real life.
Wait, how was the beef you had? You had Kobe beef just now. First time or?
Yo.
How was it? How was it? Tell them.
Listen, it's a meme that says, "Listen, Linda, listen." Hey, it had to be hands down numero uno. The tenderness, the taste. Kobe Beef 511 is the place that we went. Great
in
people.
Akasaka.
Where is it?
Akasaka.
What he just said. So look,
Yeah.
no, look.
Yeah, 'cause
wait,
yeah, the
wait,
whole- the
wait,
phone
wait,
guy-
wait, just wait. Listen, let me tell y'all how real God is. Look, I was holding back. I ain't holding back no more. Bump what people gonna say. They gonna hate. They gonna hate. God is real, y'all. Look, my phone here, right?
Mm-hmm.
He missed his train.
Wait. Menu? Can I get a menu? Sorry. Yeah.
He missed his train to meet us for lunch. We got there at the same time. I left my phone in the taxi, and we on this small road. What is that? Alley? We in a small alley. I took off trying to catch the cab.
You said Bolt.
Look, I was Usain Nope, not Usain Bolt. I didn't catch the cab. And you know, being in America, you know, you leave your phone, it's over. It's a wrap. Then I came back. I just prayed. I was like, well, God, I just gotta trust you. And my Japanese is trash. Okay, I've been studying for 2 years and it's trash. I have come to the realization I've wasted my time. His Japanese is wonderful.
Not fluent.
He is not fluent, but he's way better than me. So he's on the phone with the cab company trying to talk this stuff out. And I just knew, I'm like, hey, if it come back, it come back. But he prayed for me. Look, y'all don't sleep. He prayed for me. And then maybe an hour, was it an hour or less than an hour?
Somewhere there.
The cab driver came back. For all you parents out there, the cat came back the very next day. You know that thing. Got my phone back. God is real. Because I was like, that was it. So, listen. Whatever you think you lost in your life, give it to God. He can bring it back. And if he don't bring it back, don't live with regret. The Bible said he'll redeem the time. And what that means is, whatever decision you made, God can make it better and how he transforms it. So yeah, God is real, y'all. I was holding back bumping.
Yeah.
hold back.
He even tipped the taxi driver, and
yeah.
he was refusing the amount that he got. He's like, oh no, because it was a pretty nice tip, actually, generous tip, but you felt led to do it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you people take care of you. You gotta take care of them. That's how I feel about it.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good,
man.
man.
Yeah.
So that's the story, right? I'm trying to like grab like I don't know. Are we getting something else? Like
No, this was great. You should get that.
I don't want to drink pop. I don't even really eat dessert, but I'm like I was looking at the menu. I'm like, okay, the only thing I can eat is this, so I just grabbed that. Someone said.
Your wife is gonna be like, bring me back something.
And you want to get it? Someone saying.
Nobody asking questions. Let's see. I know you're. Oh. Nobody.
Perrier, onegaishimasu. Perrier, hi.
See how good his Japanese is.
Keiki. Should I get a cake? I don't know. I just had this. I don't need a cake. Thank you.
You guys are doing some YouTube.
Hi, live stream.
So
Yeah.
You want to come in and say hello?
They do.
Right, sure. Okay.
Boy, man.
Do you guys want something else? No? That's it?
Is it free refill or no?
No, it's not free. No, you gotta buy a new one. So another drink? You want the?
No, I'm good.
That's it? Okay, Perrier. It's funny. I used to
Your wife
hate
is laughing
sparkling
at me.
water. I used to hate sparkling water, but I started drinking it. I don't know how long now. Like I don't want to say addicted, but I drink it a lot. Yeah, sparkling water is pretty good. All right. Oh, that's it. Each of that. Yeah. Perrier. Hitotsu. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So guys, I think that might be it.
You're.
If you guys ain't got no more questions, I'll catch you guys on the in the next video, right? So that's it for now. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Peace. All right.